fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome all to this new exciting show, The Youth Space. We are in the midst of blue oceanic crisis, and whatever we say, do, or think gonna affect our lives either positively or negatively. Ranging from politics, tribalism, gender-based violence, corruption, name it all. We're going to break it down, how they affect our lives, possible solutions, and how we can live with these things on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, join me on this show every Friday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'll be your host, Ken Babu. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all to this exciting show, The Youth Space. In this first episode, we are bringing to you the President of Student Governing Council of Coperative University of Kenya, Mr. Brian Obiero Ogango. Join me as we hear and listen to what the President has for us. Karibuni. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome all to this exciting show, The Youth Space, where we bring you all youths who are doing well in all sectors, ranging from politics, leadership, business, and all investment sectors. Today, we're having one of our guests, the Cooperative University President in the Student Governing Council, Mr. Brian Obiero. Kiongozi.
Yes.
Jambo
sana.
Uko salama?
Niko salama.
Leo ni Madaraka Day.
Tuambie. Madaraka Day imekuwa sawa. Tumeona kiongozi wa nchi ameelekeza watu vizuri, na mambo pia ambayo amesema leo yalikuwa mambo mazuri. Hasa kwa watu wa Kisumu na wananchi wa Kisumu. Naam.
The President, we are having a lot of issues that are affecting comrades on daily basis. And what's your thoughts about the online learning, the online studies and stuff?
The online studies, I can say that the online studies is a work in progress that we began in last year 2020 in June, whereby we first had a Senate meeting to discuss on the viability of the process. And we were having our final year students who were supposed to clear and graduate in that year. And therefore, engaging them in the system, it was inevitable at that time because the system capacity was very low. So we had to resist, first of all, before we engage the management, so that at least we could ensure that the process is smooth and that a student can now be engaged in the system. So that is how it began. Okay. So far it has been good because as we speak today, all students are online and are studying online. They are doing cards online, and the exams also will be coming soon. They are being done online.
So Mr. President, if I'm getting you right, from your point of view, with your government,
yes,
you are saying that the online learning is good with your comrades?
It is good because of the pandemic that we are in, because there was no any tenable process that we could indulge in because of the situation of no public gatherings, and we also want to avoid the spread of the virus. So therefore we had to shift to this mode. It's not something that is new, and embracing that change was very difficult from the students' fraternity. So looking at other universities, people have never achieved progress. But us as the Student Council of the Cooperative University of Kenya, we decided that at least let's try it out so that at least we see. And for sure, people have achieved progress because students have been able to move to their next semesters, unlike other universities who resumed the other day and they are still at the semester where they were when the pandemic came in.
Okay.
Yes.
So now that you guys your team and your comrades,
Yes.
you've been having this online learning, and it seems like things are going best. But whatever have an advantage must also have a disadvantage.
Yes, sure.
What can you say is the biggest challenge you are facing as a...
The biggest challenge is that students were not so much prone to this process because it involves many techniques. There is, activation of emails. You have to register your units and enroll your units in Imasomo. So students are not familiar with these terms. And it's also, therefore, it has become a very difficult thing for them. And each and every day we are trying to educate them and to sensitize them on how they can be able to navigate and be able to access the studies online.
Okay.
Yes.
But again, when I came in with my team and we were doing some walks around,
Yes.
we received complaints from some of the students who were saying that the administration or the institution is saying that you must have laptops for you to sit for the exams. How can you address that?
Thank you for that question. Now, the reason as to why we are taking that direction, we have realized that the two past semesters, students were using, we gave them that leeway because we really advocated for them. And at that time, we were launching an awareness to them that they need to do what? Buy laptops. So it has like, this is the third semester, we are doing this thing online. Now, what we realize that now is that students have been using phones, but they are not doing exams in the standard that the university requires. And therefore, the auditors from the Ministry of Education, moderators, came and asked the university why were they doing something in a very disorganized manner like that. People are not being supervised and something like that. So students were stealing exam from left and right. In fact, in the Senate that we sat the other day, we saw even from this, the presentation, students wearing things like masks, those ones for money heist. Students, putting oils on the screens so that at least they cannot be visualized, you see.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that have made us now, this university, to take that step. Because one, we don't want that the university students, when they graduate, when you go outside there, your certificate is rejected. You want something that when you get out here, it's something that is legit and you went through a very rigorous process to achieve it, not something that people just achieved because it was there.
So, Mr. President, you're saying that all students should have at least a laptop?
Yes, moving forward, we are advocating that all students should access that because for sure, Mr. Ken Babu, we are living in a new normal. We never know when the pandemic will be over. Now we are talking about fourth wave. Okay. What will happen when that thing comes? The school will be closed down again. Okay. Will you be waiting again to another time? You will be told again to buy laptop. I mean, it's something that people should embrace.
So, Mr. President, I'm curious enough to understand what are the measures that you are putting for those who cannot access the laptops?
Very good. So we had a Senate meeting again once, let me repeat that, and we agreed that students would not have laptops. We even sent emails that they should have had registered with their chairs of department so that arrangements could be made. They come and do their exams in school because now we have computer labs, we have the library, we have also can be able to access the desktop laptops. So it was something that was to be arranged by the university, but students not even hit that call. So coming at the last minute when people are making noise left and right. But we are still advocating that students should follow this process that we usually give them and again be able to embrace change because that's now where things are going.
So you said that you agreed that the students should register with the chair of department so that at least they can use the library, the comp labs.
The computer labs and even the library lab, the desktop labs.
How about that student who is in the rural area?
Now,
how do you address this issue?
Now, you see, this communication was made 1 week before, not even 2 weeks before. When we finished the Senate in 2 weeks' time, before now the exams time could reach. And therefore, in that communication that was made from the registrar, it was very clear. The second point, I think, which was saying that if you know that don't have a gadget to navigate for the exams, then register with the chair of department. It was a 2-week process that we wanted to indulge these students in, but no one took action. So we regret this, and I'm still advising the students because you see, we cannot continue playing this game of musical chair each and every time.
So, Mr. President, now that not all of them have got the gadgets, we cannot shy away from that. What are the measures that you guys are putting into place to compensate, or are you guys planning to give them a second chance to sit for those exams when probably they resume school?
Yes, I can assure you that yesterday I was able to speak with the director, Iodel, to raise the issue on the students who did not do exams yesterday because of such kind of technicalities. And we agreed, and a link was created that so that at least we could circulate to the students, so that those people who did not do exams yesterday, we are assuring them that the exams are going to be rescheduled. But again, now they need to prepare and ensure that they have the right gadget to that exams.
So you are saying that the students who might have missed the
exam
exams
yesterday, they are going to have that exam.
They shall have that exam.
Yes.
Mr. President, look at that camera.
Yes.
And tell the comrades who are at home and they missed the exams that they will have their exams rescheduled.
Thank you so much. I want to assure the comrades who are at home that yesterday I was able to get your cries from the groups and the forums, and I already raised the issue with the management. We are working on it, and a link was created. In fact, I'm the one who circulated it in the in our forums. So please, if you find that link, register your name if you missed the exam yesterday, so that at least it can be rescheduled before the exam period ends. Yes.
So comrades from Cooperative University of Kenya, you've heard it from your president.
Yes.
And your exam shall be rescheduled for a better day. Mr. President, having talked about the examination
yes.
and the academics issues,
yes.
Now let's switch focus to a different issue that is also sensitive as far as leadership is concerned.
Yes.
You are outgoing, if I'm not wrong. You are leaving office very soon. What are the plans you are leaving behind? What is it that you are leaving for the comrades?
I would have said that I've really tried during my time. Of course, my time during my reign, it came during the time of pandemic. But in as much that we had that time of pandemic, we have really tried to do 1, 2, 3 issues as a council. One, we began with the issue of the system capacity being improved. And as per today, you can see the system is holding all students and they can be able to access learning online, studies online. 2, we have managed to advocate that this management be able to create a platform whereby students can be able to swipe their cards, cards online, and it is there in the portal, and it's working. So we have made that one easy for them, so that students should not be able to travel from wherever they are to come and swipe their cards here. They can swipe from wherever they are. 2, we have managed to increase the study tents outside here, so that students can be able to study outside these tents and at least also be able to access studies online. 3, what we have done, we have talked to the management on the issue of the software app that is coming soon, that students will be able to access things online. Like we shall not have that process of going there at the finance place to check at the pay bill number or something like that. It's something that shall be automatic, and it's coming in July, so they are going to have it. 3 or 4 rather, we have brought what we call the gym for the rugby students, and it is over there, and I think they are using it for the betterment of their practices. And that other issues that we have also done, there are very many, and they are also the students can be able to just allow me say this.
Okay.
They can be able to access that. If they want to know what we have done, they can go to the university website.
Okay.
And what you call activities. The students, they find that under Student Governing Council. Okay. They'll find what we have done there, and I think it's a work in progress.
Mr. President, you've said that you've mentioned a number of things that you have done. And in most cases, we come to realize that students perceive that the governing council tend to be in contact with the administration against the students. How do you handle such issues?
Now, I want to say here categorically that the issue of students, you see, when you are elected in this position where I am, you need to do what you call a balance. You need to hear your students, you need to hear also what the administration is saying, so that at least you strike the balance and be able to make a contrite decision. So for like us, what we have been doing, we are not going there for comrades power every time. There's some issues that need critical attention, you need to digest, and at least be able to hear what the manager is saying. And we have been able to do that. And in our process, during my time, I've not advocated for the issue of confrontation with management. What I usually do, I approach them with solve issue diplomatically and with the dialogue. Okay. And sometimes also I write letters to them when I see that things are not working out. Whenever we have been having issue of exams, students fee issue, and such kind of things, I've been writing to the management and they have been taking actions.
Thank you, Mr. President. And now that you are having, I'm told your campus is in the political seasons, and you guys are likely to have elections very soon. And from the history I've heard of this institution,
Yes.
when you, at the time that you were elected, there was that we call majority rule.
Yes.
You won overwhelmingly.
Yes.
And the voting was not done online. What's your take on online voting?
You see, for me now, if I want to give my opinion, you see here, I'm not an interested party because for sure, for me, I'm clearing. But what I would say is that if in the event that there will be no any technique that's available for students to do election, then the process that the IBC wants to take need to be process that is really tried and tested, not something that will bring chaos, because I know what students can cause. So the IBC need to assure students that they are going to do what you call a rigorous process in that system, so that they assure students of this on an election. But secondly, that was not my opinion. My opinion was that this school, we can still do what we call a social distance, and students can vote. Like we have seen in our country, people are doing elections. People did election yesterday in Somaliland. People did elections in Masambweni. In Juja, people are doing election. Kiamba, I don't know, people are going to do election, but it's going to be physical during this time of pandemic. So I would advocate that management or the ABC of the management should take into consideration such kind of processes and be able to see how it can be able to be done.
Mr. President, on that point, allow me to say that you had nominations going on recently?
Yes.
And the results are yet to be released.
Yes.
And from the ground check I've done with my team, there are some aspirants who are trying to say that they are doing nominations, but they cannot see the results from their side. As the sitting president, how can you address that as far as the Electoral Commission is concerned?
You see, I don't sit in the Electoral Commission, and I don't know what is happening for sure. So that is a question that I think the IBC chair should be able to answer, because I'm not.
Don't you think you can raise the questions?
I cannot. No, I cannot raise that one because I'm not a contestant. If I could be, then I could have done that like the way I did during my time.
So you are saying
I
that
just want to advise the people that are contesting that this is their thing. They should take it up. They should take it up, reach to the chair, and be able to ask these such kind of questions. Because you see, if you feel you are not comfortable with this process, you need to be taking action. Don't sit until you wait at the last time when things have gone wrong. Is when you start making noise here and there. So let them take it up, because they're the people in the ground and they're the people who are contesting.
So you are saying,
but my advice is to them, because I've always advised them that they need to take initiative. In as much as they are the aspirants, they need to take initiative and ensure that they are able to question such kind of processes and be able to know that it's a process that has been tested and tried, so that at least they can be able to indulge in it.
It is the duty of the aspirants
to
come out clearly and raise questions. If they feel they are not contented.
Yes, because in either way, if even I raise that question, how will it me? It won't help. It will only help them. But I don't want them to be in their comfort zones. I want them to take the initiative, come out, and say that this. I want to know.
Okay.
Yes, that's something.
So, Mr. President, still on the same line, we have a lot of, we have many candidates going for the top seat who are interested in replacing you. And amongst the candidates, you also have a female candidate, and I want to believe that you are aware of the candidates voting.
Yes.
Mr. President, to be sincere, who are you supporting?
I will be a pathological liar if I say that already I've made a decision of whom I'm supporting. As we speak, I've not made a step to say I'm supporting any person in the university. Because you see, in as much as we have many contestants, there are people who are not serious. For me, maybe what I will be waiting for is the vetting process. When these people shall be have been, when time comes, when they shall have been vetted, and we have the names out, that's when I can say I now know the serious people, and this is the person that I can be able to choose. Because also I'm thinking of whom I'm going to leave behind for this university. So that's what I'm waiting for. Because many are the times that I've contested in this university, but you find that the people that you're contesting with sometimes are not serious. When you get to the ballot, you find that they don't return their nomination papers, or rather, they were deregistered. So I must wait for that vetting process and be able now to justify what
So you are making it clear on this live show
that I'm not supporting anyone as we speak right away. Until vetting is done, is when now I'll be able to know the right candidate who has the heart of the students and who is going to work for the students.
So after the vetting shall have been done and the candidates are paraded, you'll make a decision.
I'll make a decision. Yes.
You'll make a decision.
I'll make a decision. I'll make a decision. I will not influence, but I'll make a decision as a personal initiative. Not to, I don't want to people see like, oh, like I'm drilling their plans, but I'll make a decision as an individual person. Like the way you can make your personal decision.
Huh?
Yes.
Now you are the outgoing president, and very soon you are probably you may want to go into the national politics, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
You know, leaders come from the campus.
Yes.
What can you say that? What's your interest?
Sure. You see, they say a journey of 1,000 miles begins a single step, and I think this was a single step for me in getting into campus politics and making it to this position. I believe that with the experience that I've gotten and with the base I have touched outside there, I'm going to indulge myself into national politics, and in the fullness of time, people will be able to see. I cannot be able to say now.
So should we expect to see you come 2022 in the city politics, or you're going back home?
Either way, time will tell.
You only need to know that come 2022,
I'll be somewhere.
Mr. Brian Obiero,
Yes.
the Cooksu president,
Yes.
2021,
Yes.
will be
Yes.
in the national politics.
Very good.
To my viewers back at home, I want to say thank you for being with us. It has been great having time and sharing podium with Mr. Brian Obiero,
Yes.
the chairman, Cooperative University of Kenya Student Government Council.
Yes.
I was your host, Ken Babu. Thank you.
Thank you too.